Hello, hello, welcome back to Real Scent Review. I'm Joe. If you're new to the channel, please give me a subscribe and like the video. So, we're getting into the second week of September here. The weather at night is starting to get noticeably more chilly, although during the days it is still quite warm, at least where I am. So it made me think, is it too late to keep wearing these citrusy, uplifting, typically aquatic blue summer style fragrances? No, I don't think so. But I also don't think it's too early to start wearing some richer, sweeter, deeper fall scents either. So I was thinking to myself, what scent do I know of that combines the two? What do I know that's citrusy, uplifting, but also a little bit deep, rich, sweet maybe. Although there are many options. I landed on this one for this evening, which is Chanel Allure Homme Sport. This is a really good one. I'm gonna get right into the atomization. Great distribution. Not a very long distribution. It's a little bit shorter and wider than usual, which means I would hold this slightly closer to my skin than the typical 6 inches, although it's really not that important, maybe. Right off the top, I'm getting orange. There's a sweet orange mixed with blood mandarin. So right off the initial spray, imagine just cutting into an orange, a sweet orange, getting that spray, the sweetness, and there's also a definite uplifting citrus, kind of sour zest from the blood mandarin. So to put it simply, this opening reminds me of orange mixed with bergamot. So definitely sweet oranginess with the uplifting citrusy sour note of the blood mandarin, which is quite similar to bergamot. So now after a few seconds, I'm definitely getting some vanillic sweetness here, which comes from vanilla. But there's also some tonka bean mixed in here. So the tonka bean is interesting. In the fragrance world, people extract coumarin from the tonka bean, and coumarin is used in a wide variety of fragrances. Now the coumarin, depending on the concentration, depending on the age of the tonka bean itself, the coumarin can lend anywhere from a kind of sour vanilla note to a really sweet, robust, deep kind of tobacco note. I'm not really getting either of those in this fragrance. I'm getting maybe, I don't know, something in the middle. There's definitely a sweetness to it. Maybe if you smell really hard, you can get a tinge of very light sweet tobacco, maybe. But in this particular one, I'd say that the coumarin just lends a general kind of dusty sweetness, somewhat akin to vanilla. But you can definitely differentiate the two. It's strange. You can tell there's vanilla, but you can also tell there's something else layered with the vanilla, and that would be the coumarin from the tonka bean. You know, this one, it's some things are hard to describe. Some things you just kind of have to experience for yourself. This might be one of them. Although I am, to the best of my ability, describing how there's a difference between the tonka bean and the vanilla. And yeah. So, definitely some black pepper coming in now. Yeah, it gives it a spiciness. A spiciness for sure. It's really nice. So, this isn't a particularly abstract or complex scent. Although, you know, what I mean by that is the orange, the blood mandarin, and the vanilla kind of stick around through the entirety of the lifespan of the scent. It doesn't change a whole lot from opening to dry down, although, I mean, I've worn this many times before. I can tell you, after 2 or 3 hours, you know, the sweetness does die down a little bit, and it kind of has more of a woody, citrusy, slightly sweet, musky dry down. Very nice dry down. So that leads me to performance on this. Great. I can smell this on my skin 8 hours after spraying it. as a skin scent. The projection is above average, I would say. I would say I get an arm's length projection for the first 2 hours of spraying this. Definitely nothing to sneeze at, no pun intended. It's good, you know, definitely great projection, really good longevity. The sillage is I would say about average. This does hang in the air for a couple of minutes after you leave the area, but it's nothing nothing overpowering. It's nothing, you know, it's not a beast mode scent, as they say. This is just a nice, classy sort of early fall scent that you could definitely get away with wearing during the warm days, and absolutely by all means after dark in the chilly evenings as well. Really just a versatile fragrance. Age groups, I would say, you know, really any age could wear this. There's nothing super elegant about it. There's nothing extremely formal about it. I would say just about any situation this time of year, any age male could wear this. Having said that, I think it is definitely a male scent. The pepperiness, and now, you know, there's a woodiness that comes from cedar and a tinge of vetiver, just a hint of vetiver. You know, those three notes there, the pepper, cedar, and vetiver, give it a definite masculine edge. So yeah, it's as far as performance, situation, age range, it's about it. It's pretty simple. You know, nothing overly complicated about this. This is something you could just kind of throw on and not even think about it. Go out. This is a compliment magnet for sure. So because of that, because of all those factors, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Why am I not giving it a 9 out of 10? Because if it wasn't for this final factor, I would give it a solid 9. But it's the price. Being a Chanel offering, it's very rare that you will find this on a discounter. Chanel is one of those companies that just does everything they can to prevent their products being sold on gray market media. Anyway, which is unfortunate because Chanel has a lot of really nice offerings. This is a 50 milliliter bottle. I paid about $70 Canadian for this back in 2017, roughly 5 years ago. The price is going to be roughly the same now. Now, having said that, I think it's worth the price. I definitely think it's worth the price. However, if you're not willing to cough up that amount of money, there is another option. There is an alternative to this one. It's called Versace Pour Homme. Now, while there are some definite similarities between this and Versace Pour Homme, I will say the Chanel is a step up in quality and complexity. The Versace Pour Homme is also meant specifically for hotter days. It's harder to get away with wearing in cooler weather because the notes are slightly lighter. It doesn't cut through the cold air as well as this one would. However, it's a very nice scent for the heat. Versace Pour Homme, just to give a very quick description, smells kind of like this, without the vanilla and without the orange. So you definitely get the citrusy, the citrus kind of sour, uplifting zest. In this, like I said, comes from blood mandarin. In the Versace Pour Homme, it comes from typical bergamot, and there's some lemon. And there's also some herbal notes in there that give it just a general freshness. The Versace Pour Homme's, you know, slightly linear. But, you know, on a hot summer day, if you just want to spray it all over yourself and go out in public to the beach or, you know, walk around in public on a hot day, maybe you don't really want a very complex scent to begin with. You know, maybe a lot of people just prefer to wear just a fresh, uplifting, clean smell that people around them are going to appreciate for what it is. And that's totally fine. So if that's what you're looking for, I would say, you know, Versace Pour Homme is definitely not a bad choice. My preference, however, would be this Chanel Allure Homme Sport. Can't really go wrong with this. Anyway, guys, so I'm going to wrap this one up for tonight. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you like the video, well, leave a like. Leave a comment underneath, you know, let me know your thoughts. I do this for you guys. I also do it for myself because I truly enjoy this hobby. But, you know, I'm always looking for constructive criticism, for feedback, or any insults you want to throw at me, really. So, Yeah, with that, I will let everybody go for tonight. Thanks again for watching. See you next time.